Hello, my name is Lee Clark. I'm a reference librarian here at the New Jersey State Library. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Tri-Hexaflexagon. And you might be wondering, what's a Tri-Hexaflexagon? Well, a Tri-Hexaflexagon is a paper hexagon that can be flexed to reveal 3 faces. If you look at the word Tri-Hexaflexagon, tri represents the number of faces of the flexagon, in our case, 3. The second part, hexaflexagon, is a combination of 2 words. Hexagon, the flexagon shape, in our case it has 6 sides, so it's a hexagon. And the second part, which is flex, meaning to fold or open. So there are many types of flexagons out there. The Trihexaflexagon is probably the easiest one to make. And in addition to being fun to decorate and to flex or open and fold, the Trihexaflexagon actually represents some really cool math concepts like symmetry and topology. To make a Trihexaflexagon, all you really need is a strip of paper and some glue. But for today's video, to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to use this template. This template is available on our website, and if you just search Trihexaflexagon online, you'll find a bunch of other templates available as well. So I'm going to switch my camera view and show you how to make a Trihexaflexagon. So in order to make a hexaflexagon, in addition to that template that I showed you, you are going to need a pair of scissors, some glue, and something to decorate your hexaflexagon with. So the first step is to cut out the shape at the top of the instructions around the outer edge. And then once you have that cut out, you want to take that shape and fold it lengthwise with the printed lines on the outside. Okay, so once you have that folded, you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to glue that together to form a narrow strip. Okay, so once you have that glued together, now you're ready to start folding your hexaflexagon. So notice how this strip is broken up into equilateral triangles. So each of these little angles are 60 degrees. That's why having the template is so handy. You don't have to actually determine where those lines should be. They're already printed for you. So to make it easier later on to open our hexaflexagon, we're actually going to fold both ways along each of these lines separating the triangle. All right, so you want to try to fold as accurately as possible and create sharp creases. The more accurate you can be, the easier it's going to be to open your flexagon later on. So you want to fold along each of those lines in both directions to create a nice crease. So you're going to do that for each of those lines, including this line here and this line over here. Okay, so you're going to fold all of those lines. So once you have them all folded, it should look something like this. It's sort of like an accordion. Okay, so again, that's to help you open your hexaflexagon later on. Now, with the stars, the printed stars facing up, we are going to start to fold our flexagon. So notice how there are some darker lines. There's a black line here, and there's a black line on the back. So with those stars facing up, we're going to take our flexagon and we're going to fold that strip under along that black line here. So we're going to fold it under. And notice how I have that black line on the outer edge of the fold. Okay. Now I'm going to flip that strip over, and notice there's another dark line here. So again, I'm going to take that strip, fold it under with the dark line on the outside. And now we're starting to see that hexagon shape. Okay, and notice how there's a star in the back and a star up top here. So we're going to pull this star that's in the back and pull it to the front. So I'll show you that again. So we folded under our strip and we have this star in the back here. So we're going to take that and fold it and bring it to the front. And that's sort of like closing the flaps of a cardboard box. So you're closing your hexaflexagon there. Now, notice we have a star up top and a star on the bottom. So to finish our hexaflexagon, we're going to fold this top triangle with that star down over the bottom triangle. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on both of those stars to glue our hexaflexagon together. So we're going to glue those stars together. And there we have our hexaflexagon. It's all finished. All right, so now the fun part is to actually flex your hexaflexagon or open it up. So to do that, I want you to notice that as we folded it, we created these pockets here, these openings on the hexagon. So we do not want to flex on those openings, otherwise it's not going to open. So we're going to instead push in on the solid part of the hexagon where there is no opening. So we're going to push those solid parts in. Okay, so push those solid parts in, and then we're going to reach to the center up here at the top and open that up. And it might be hard the first couple times you do it, especially if you didn't fold quite perfectly like me. All right, so again, we're going to push in the non-open parts of that hexagon and pull open. Push in, pull open, push in, and you'll start to get the hang of it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. So now you have your hexaflexagon all done. You're ready to decorate. So I'm not going to tell you how to decorate. You be creative as you want. But I'm going to give you some examples of what works and what doesn't work so much. So many times a rotationally symmetric design is going to work the best, like we have here. So notice how all 6 segments are the same. It doesn't have to be 6. It could be 3. And notice how those 3 are over the non-open parts of our hexagon. Okay, so be creative in how you design. You don't just have to do symmetric designs. You could do faces. And pay attention, because as you flip over your hexaflexagon, the designs will change. In this case, we go from a sad face to a happy face. One thing to keep in mind is that if you do put designs over those openings, that when you flex it and you turn it over, those designs are not going to be next to each other anymore. So just keep that in mind. So be creative, design your hexaflexagon. If you like making these hexaflexagons, the Trihexaflexagon is just one of the flexagons out there. There's also a hexaflexagon, which has 6 faces. So I encourage you to explore the different flexagons that are out there if you really liked this. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.